everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, but this isn't any ordinary speed build because today I'm going to go ahead and do this as a build battle with my good friend Steven from SpringSims. So if you don't know who Steven is, he makes some amazing content on his YouTube channel and he also does Twitch streams, so make sure you head over to his channel to go ahead and check out his content, including speed builds, creator sims and let's plays, and to also go ahead and check out his attempt at this, and then in the comment section down below let us know who do you think won the battle. So today's video is actually the last day of collab week on my channel and I'm going to explain what that is in just a few moments. But first of all, if you're new to my channel and you are coming over from Steven's video, my name is Thomas and I have a channel here called Thomas TV where I make a range of different Sims 4 videos mainly, including speed builds like this one. I also do a range of different creator sims, let's plays, townie makeovers, machinimas, CC shopping videos, and the list could go on with stuff I do on this channel. So I'm sure there's going to be something here that you like, so make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. So this home is one that actually Steven found from this lovely website called houseplans.com. I think that's what it's called anyway, and it's really good. It kind of just shows you a range of different pictures of homes in all different angles and shows you the floor plans as well. So it's really great if you want to go ahead and improve your building skills, is to kind of follow things like that, and it's always really great to turn out to be a good build. So I'm really happy how this turned out, and it is called Contemporary Cabin. Now I actually had a look through this website and I kind of suggested a few different ideas to Steven to see what he thought of them, but he actually suggested another one, which is this home here, and I'll leave a link down below to it, which hopefully I will, and it looked really great. It was kind of this sort of like almost like sort of like something you would find in a forest, like a modern sort of forest home, I guess you could say, and it looks really great and I really like it. So it was kind of like a contemporary style and it was sort of like a cabin look to it, so I went with Contemporary Cabin as the name. So this has a really interesting feature to it because it both has, well, an outside kind of like fireplace, I guess you could say, and one inside as well. I mean, having an inside fireplace I don't really think is an interesting thing, but you know, it has an outside one, which I think is really great. I haven't really done that before. I did have a little bit of trouble actually trying to get the roofing done for that, like the chimney, because it was kind of going through the roof and I had to move the roof out of the way to put the chimney in, and it was just a big mess there. And it took me quite a while to do that. It actually took me over 3 hours to do this home, which is kind of a lot. My builds don't really take that long, so it was kind of weird to have a build that long because it's never really, like, I've never really done a long build in such a long time. So yeah, it was kind of like a small house as well, but because I was trying to follow a very kind of structured plan and things I had to stick to, it kind of made it a little bit more time consuming. But you know what, I don't mind because this home is really great and I'm collabing with best friends today, so that makes it all well. So yeah, like I was saying on my channel this week, I am doing a collab week, so from the 14th till today the 20th. I think this is the last day if it's the 20th, and because I'm kind of pre-recording, so I'm not 100% sure when everything's going up, but this should be going up on the 20th. So yes, this week on my channel I've been doing 7 collabs with 7 of my simming friends, and today is one with Steven. Yesterday, if that went up on the 19th, I had one with Sims X. I also had earlier this week people like Simploid and Simproved and people on the channel, so there's a range of different sims I see them all did quite some interesting things as well, so I'm sure you're going to like the collabs that we did and worked really hard on them. I've had this project in the works for so many months now and I'm so glad that it all went well. Well, I'm hoping it did because it hasn't went up yet as I'm recording this, since it's the 12th. But the announcement video goes up tomorrow, which is kind of like a long time ago for you. It's kind of weird pre-recording, I think. Anyway, so really happy how this week went in terms of what I recorded and things, and I think you're all going to love it. And yeah, so we're working on this outdoor fireplace here, and as you can see I was trying to kind of get this, because we don't really have proper outdoor fireplaces, so I tried to go ahead and kind of add half of this fireplace, like, so you could only see like the fire bit of it and not the back wall of the fireplace, if that makes sense, like an actual object I'm talking about, and put it into this kind of chimney, but it didn't really work, so I just went ahead and used this one from Get Together, which kind of had a similar sort of brick wall behind this fireplace object, and I thought it kind of fit well with the brick I went for, which was from the Bull Night stuff pack. So we're working on the interior here. Now, I didn't kind of go around first and do all the kind of flooring and everything, which is sometimes I do it. I kind of don't really have a kind of specific type of way I do my builds. Sometimes I like to start off with a room and then I go back and do all of kind of like the flooring and wallpapers at the end, or sometimes I do that first. You know, it kind of just depends on what type of house I'm building. And before this, since I was kind of, sorry, I just hit my pulse for that, I don't know if you heard it. since I'm kind of like following a certain pattern here, I guess is a structured kind of plan, I guess you could say. I thought it'd be good to do it this way by kind of doing some of the main furnishing first and then go back and do the rest of the kind of main decorations and things afterwards. So this took me, well, I've already told that, I'm kind of a little bit of a mess today in terms of my voiceover. This is like my second time doing it, which, you know, isn't really bad compared to how long it takes me to do some voiceovers, because the other day, my one with SpringSims X where I did yesterday, I literally recorded it over 30 times. I'm not exaggerating when I said that. It was probably like, I think it said 31 takes or something. I just could not get it right. I don't know what was wrong with it yesterday, because I actually started doing that voiceover in the morning. So I did it when I kind of just after I woke up, so you kind of had that bit of a morning voice, and I also just had a cup of coffee, which says it dries out your throat. I know kind of singers and stuff don't drink coffee when they have a show or something because that kind of dries out your voice, and I've noticed that myself, even though I don't sing, but just with voiceovers and stuff, it kind of makes my voice go croaky and dry. So I kind of came back to it in the evening time, but then I was kind of just a mess, and my room was too hot and I couldn't concentrate, so it literally took me over 30 times to do that voiceover. So today I'm hoping that it's not going to, you know, go too bad, and if I make a mistake, then you know what, that's alright, because I'm a mess over here, and welcome to my channel, because you just get used to it, because I'm just a big mess. Anyway, so we're working on kind of like putting the main decorations in here, or finishing, I guess you could say. So this is kind of like the living room area here. Now, I really love this interior, and this part in particular, like the kitchen and living room, because it's kind of like all an open area, and also because it's got that fireplace in the middle, kind of separating off the room a bit, and it has a fireplace on both sides as well, which I thought looked really nice, and I thought it adds lots to this build. And I really think the kind of angle, if you look from the dining room looking over to the kitchen, really looks great from one of the pictures on the website, which I kind of followed this from, so I'm really happy with that. Now, one thing I actually had a problem with in this build was actually getting the kind of wall covering right. So for the outside, and as you can see here, I did bring it inside as well. This one that we got from Get Together, this modern sort of like wooden plank sort of style covering. Now, I did go ahead and use this one here. Now, it is more of a wooden sort of colour to it, more than like an orangey cream sort of colour to what was actually on the picture. But for some reason, I could just not find it in my game catalogue when I was looking through to try and find one. So it kind of made it a little bit more difficult. So I just went ahead and used what I could, and this is kind of the closest one to it. Now, I don't know what SpringSims used because I haven't actually seen his build yet. So I'm hoping, well, actually I'm not hoping, I hope he loses. I'm only joking, but I'm sure he'll be able to find something better than me because he's an amazing builder. But I don't know why, I just could not find one. So I just went with this, which was fine. So I had like a few problems in this build as well. One of them was kind of like the outside, because it's actually on a diagonal part of it, like the porchway, which I haven't done a diagonal porch before. So it was a little bit of a challenge to do that because it had so many problems with the roofing. Because the roofing was kind of like clipping out the outside, going through other ones, and kind of coming out the back. Because when you kind of extend the roof diagonally, it goes really huge in the other directions as well. So I kind of had to extend the house as well to kind of cover up the roof, which was sticking out the sides, which is really irritating, but it all worked out in the end, which is fine. It just took me a little while to kind of, you know, play around with it and see what worked. So in terms of what kind of style I went for in this, well, it's kind of a hint in the title, contemporary. So there's lots of kind of like more modern sort of stuff in here. And I also used some items from the fitness stuff pack. As you can see there on the side of the island, I added in one of those little console tables. I believe that was on the pitch. I cannot really remember because this is actually the first video I did for Collab Week, I think. So this was kind of recorded towards the end of July. And I'm now doing the voiceover on the 12th of August, and this should be going up on the 20th. So it was a little while ago when I did this build. So excuse me if I can't really remember what I did, because normally I'm like on it and what I'm going to do, so I'm going to be doing this next, but I can't really remember what I'm doing for this build. Just a mess like normal, so get used to it. Anyway, so I'm just working on that kitchen area. Now, it doesn't perfectly match the wood, but I thought it was a really nice colour to use, and I also put a backsplash in there. I believe that backsplash was actually just a base game one, I think. I can't 100% remember, but I thought it looked pretty good. So I went ahead and used that today, and this is kind of like the study room. Now I think this is the room that really replicated it well from the actual picture that I looked from an angle. So as you can see, that I did have to go add like an easel in because some areas of the build were a little bit blank, so I did have to go ahead and, you know, add a few things in that may not be actually in the pictures that I was following, which is not such a big deal because it was only little minor things. But for that study room where like the positioning of the desk and everything, I thought it looked pretty good. One interesting interesting thing about the home actually was when I was actually like following it from the kind of floor plans and stuff in the pictures, and that study room, it didn't actually have a wall connecting from the dining room to the study, which is where it is, and it actually just had a wall of bookshelves, and I thought it was a really interesting idea, but I kind of wanted it to sort of like class as a room, and I thought, because we can't really walk through bookshelves in games, so I just went ahead and just used a proper kind of room there. And yeah, so we're just working on this room, which is kind of like a little pantry and a small kind of like half bathroom. Now, as you can see, I forgot to put a door in there for the pantry. I do actually go back and do that. It was just because when I went back to do the screenshot, I realised I was like, oh, I forgot to do that, so I went ahead and added it in. So it should be up there on the gallery now, so make sure you head over there. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1 if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself. And yeah, so I always upload all my builds, to be honest, and they always go pretty early as well, because I kind of pre-record a lot of my builds. I normally pre-record my videos like a week in advance, and that's because, well, it doesn't really apply to this time of year because I'm currently on my summer holiday, but when it's kind of like during school time, sometimes we can be fine in terms of our workload for like a week or so, have loads of free time, and then all of a sudden we'll just get bombarded with work and I'll have no time to record. So kind of just for that risk, I always like to have videos pre-recorded for at least a week in advance at any given time, just so if that happens I don't have to worry about getting a video up, because I've never missed a day. I always upload 5 times a week at least, every day apart from Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then during the summer month in August I actually have been uploading every day. But out of August, you know, I do like to stick to my schedule, and I kind of just like to do that. I've never really, you know, missed a day or anything, so I don't want to happen that now, you know, so far down the line. But yeah, so we're just working on this room here. Now, I think this is the second last bedroom. Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah, so there's this bathroom, and then there's also another yeah, oh my god, I can't speak. A bedroom after it, kind of like in the same position and everything. So all of these bathrooms are pretty much the same size, I would say. There's, well, apart from the half bathroom, there's kind of like 2 full bathrooms which are pretty similar. And then there's also that half bathroom next to the pantry which I showed you. And yeah, so we're just kind of working on the final bit of the home here. We've got those 2 rooms. Well, actually, that's a lie. We've got another bedroom to do. I didn't realise. I thought we'd finish that. So this hallway area was a little bit odd to decorate because it's, you know, a little bit sort of narrow. So it was a little bit hard to kind of get everything in terms of, well, you couldn't really put seating or anything in there, which I'd normally do with hallways. So it was a little bit odd. So for this bedroom here, because there wasn't actually any screenshots, well, not really screenshots, like pictures of the actual home on the website of the bedrooms. So I kind of just had to make the bedrooms up myself and kind of just use items and kind of inspire it from other items in the house, such as a wallpaper. But since the rest of the house is pretty similar in terms of what wall coverings I use, so for this last bedroom I went ahead and actually changed it up, made it a little bit of a different colour. It's kind of got this very, I guess, like a slight blue colour to that panel in there. There's a different colour swatch to the main paneling that I use in this build. And then I went ahead and used the feature wall there, which I believe I use outside. Yeah, for the chimneys I use that, and also I like to use brick walls and stuff for a feature wall in my builds, and that one is a really good one from Bull Night Stuff Pack, and I use that quite a lot actually in my builds. And the lighting looks really good here, even though it's a bin, which kind of like makes the lighting look good. There's, as you can see, that was a bin, and then it made the lighting look good. Anyway, why am I talking about a bin? I have no idea. Anyway, so this is the last bit of the room, well, I should say, which was kind of like this pantry sort of room, I guess you could say, and just kind of like a little bathroom sort. Well, it's actually supposed to be a bathroom, but I couldn't fit one in, so I kind of just made it a utility room sort of thing. And yes, that is it for today's video, and that is it for Collab Week. I really hope you enjoyed this week and this collab. Make sure to leave some suggestions down below so you can suggest ideas for builds you want to see next since Collab Week is over. Any ideas, all my social media links are down below, and you can message me on any of them because I'm always on social media and I literally live on Twitter. But you know, you can just use any one you want. All those things are down below, and you can just use your preferred one to contact me on with any ideas, or just in the comment section down below. So thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't. Head over to Steven's channel to check out his attempt at this, and let me know in the comment section who, me or Steven, on this build battle, or did both of us win? Anyway, that's it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!